Hello my lovelies, Aries, welcome back to the channel. This is Damsel in Distress Tarot. This is going to be your May monthly reading. I apologize for the delay. Things have been a little bit hectic in my life, so without any further delay, I've cleansed your space and we're going to get started on your reading. We're going to first start with some oracle cards from the new deck that I have, signs, symbols, and synchronicities, and see what is coming through for you that maybe you might be seeing as a way to know that this message either resonated for you, that it was your message, or to show you you're on the right path. Let's see what we have going on. What do we have for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of May? All right, engagement. So you might be thinking about commitment with somebody. You could be getting engaged, could be shopping for that special ring, but definitely a promise of next level love. You might be feeling a little bit confused or feel like you're wearing a bit of a blindfold in this situation. Maybe you're going to blindfold your special person and surprise them when you pop the question. You might be unable to see things clearly at this time or be under some sort of illusion, so make sure that you know exactly who and what you're getting involved with. All right, we have fire, so there's your energy, a lot of passion, independence, inspiration, and definitely could be connecting to a fire sign. All right, we have angel wings, so this tells me that you're divinely guided on this next chapter of your life, and that this is something where you are protected. You need to gather your courage, know that you are loved, and you're being protected purely. All right, we have air, so you could be connecting to another fire sign or an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And this is something where you also need to communicate effectively, and maybe some breath work would actually help with that. All right, let's see what kind of songs you might be hearing. I was actually hearing a Celine Dion song in my head as I was getting ready today. I think it's called That's the Way It Is, but I was hearing specific lyrics in my head about the song that was coming through. It was talking about, give me 1 second and I'll get the lyrics. They come on a loop. It's an uphill climb. If you're looking for love, you have to surrender in order to find what you're looking for. But that's the way it is. All right, so that's what was coming through. One and Only by Adele. So I feel like this person is your one and only, or that's how you see them, whoever it is that you're thinking about getting engaged to. Nothing's going to change my love for you. So definitely you have your heart set on somebody, your eyes, your heart, everything. Just like a pill. I feel like you want to make things better in this situation, not worse. And so if this person has only ever known the worst side of love, then you want to be the one to show them the best side of love. And I'm not the only one. So I feel like you know that there might be some steep competition in this situation. So if that's the case, I feel like you're going to have to gather your courage and act before maybe you miss your opportunity. I don't feel like there's third-party interference or cheating going on in this situation, although that could have been something that you or this other person experienced before, because your last song is Never Wanted to Be That Girl, and that's definitely about third-party cheating, interference. So be cautious. Again, make sure that you aren't blindfolded, you aren't confused, and that you see the situation clearly. I can't wait till Mercury in retrograde ends. It always keeps me tongue-tied. All right, let's see what else we have going on for your month ahead. We got stuff just falling out. The Chariot. So some forward movement after a long period of stagnation is coming. Could also be connecting to a Cancer. This symbolizes that things are transforming, that they're finally gaining momentum and they're finally able to go forward. Or maybe for a long time there hasn't been any progress. That's about to change. I feel like you're leaving something or someone behind, or you need to. Whatever this situation is that cannot be saved, that will not work, you need to leave that behind, release it, because you are going on a new journey. There is something that is trying to get you to nudge forward in a new direction or take a leap of faith somewhere. Could be something that scares you. Maybe you're actually afraid of commitment, and so you're unsure of actually going forward. Maybe you've been cheated on in the past and you're just a little bit hesitant at the moment, but I think things are transforming. Could also be financial constraints have had you in a worry state, and this is an indication that things are changing for the better. Could be that you're coming into a lump sum of money. Could be that in improvements are actually happening, some sort of wish fulfillment, or some sort of peace of mind when it comes to your finances. There's been lots of confusion in this situation. Could have been a lot of fighting, a lot of chaos, clashing egos, or competition. So I feel like you're trying to weed that out of your life. And you have some sort of goal in mind, so don't give up. You need to keep going until it's in a completed state. Don't lose hope that it is possible. Time is not necessarily running out, but it is of the essence, so make action where it's needed. The Two of Wands. This tells you that you are looking towards your future, that there's some sort of contemplation. You're thinking about what your future looks like. If that's getting engaged, getting married with your special someone, then you're going to have to take some action in order to make those things a reality. So look at what you want your future to look like, and then take the steps you're guided to take until you get there. What else do we have going on for Aries? All right, you need to gather your courage. I feel like you could be a little bit nervous in order to actually make this happen, but this tells me that it's something important to you. If it wasn't, you wouldn't be nervous. You would already have your courage up. So gather your confidence, gather your courage, gather your inner strength. Could also be connecting to a Leo. This is an indication that it's time, that you've waited a long time for things to change, so now we have to try and go forward. All right, you might have been really worried about money, but it looks like that is going to be a thing of the past. This is generational wealth. Maybe that's the other reason. If you're wealthy, maybe you're worried this person could take from you. You know, dot all the I's, cross all the T's, get all your ducks in a row. If you have to have legal paperwork like a prenup because you're really wealthy and they're really not, do what you have to do. But this is an indication that there is more than enough to go around. 9 and 10 of Pentacles. So things are evolving in your finances this month. We have the Empress, the divine feminine. She symbolizes things like motherhood, pregnancy, fertility, nurturing, creative energy. And this could be your divine counterpart, your soulmate, your twin flame, the person that you're meant to live your life with, or you want to build a life with. So I feel like you already know who this person is, and if not, they could be coming into your life. I feel like this is who you want to offer your cup of love, that it's something that's divinely guided, but you are a little hesitant. You're like being kept up at night, sleepless nights, anxiety, worry about what the future holds. I feel like it does hold a solid commitment for you. I think this person also has mutual feelings for you. But again, if you're unsure, there needs to be communication. That we also had air. So we need to communicate what it is that we really feel in order for things to actually transform. I do feel like you're worried about what other people think, or that other people are watching what you're doing. So if you don't want everyone knowing your next move, keep that private, and that's really important. If you are trying to surprise this person, don't tell a lot of people, especially if they're blabbermouths or they're gossips and they tend to kind of spew everybody's business all over the place. Don't tell everyone. Tell only the people that need to know. I do feel like there's a solid, stable foundation, and we have the diamond in the center of the card indicating an engagement or an everlasting promise, and we also have the engagement card. So I do think that that is something that's coming in for the collective. All right, what else do we need to know? What is some obstacles that we're going to face in the first week of May that's already happened? 9 of Cups. So one of the obstacles could be emotions, emotional fulfillment. Maybe you're worried that this won't be emotionally fulfilling. What is the outcome? There we go. If I could get the words out. Spirit knows. 9 and 9. We're almost there. You're almost at the spot where you can not only have your emotional fulfillment, but you can have all the fruits of your labor, all your abundance that you've worked for. You're almost there. So it's like you're getting ready to cross the finish line. So that's important. Remember, we had stuck stagnant energy, and so we're transforming that. Yep. And as I say that, the Chariot comes out. So where things weren't moving forward, I feel like all of a sudden they start to actually transform. We're almost out of Mercury in retrograde. We've got one more week of that. It ends on the 14th of May. So if things have been really erratic, big changes are afoot. I feel like engagement or marriage could definitely be a huge step for you. So if that's the case, this Tower moment is coming to shake things up and really change the stuck stagnant energy so that you can go forward. All right, week 3, what's the obstacle? All right, again, watching out for people who are trying to either spy on you or nosy people, gossips, things like that. Again, if you don't want everyone knowing your business, then don't advertise it. Keep it private, especially if you're trying to like maybe elope or sneak off or, you know, plan an engagement, then you don't want everybody to know what's going on, the outcome. All right, stuck stagnant energy. You've got to shift your perspective. I feel like you know exactly how to have some barriers or some walls or some boundaries, and so that might be needed in this time, especially if things have been a little bit erratic. All right, last week of the month. Hard work is going to be necessary. So maybe you're saving up for this ring, maybe you're saving up for a wedding, a trip, but this is an indication that work has been your primary focus, or in the end of the month, it really needs to be, so that you can get things back on track and so that they can keep going forward. Remember, your hard work's going to pay off. You also have the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles, indicating that the hard work is actually starting to gain you some momentum. And cut out and eliminate obstacles. So this is an outcome card. This is telling you that you need to have maybe some tough love, some boundaries, that you need to be cautious of who's around you, and that you know who you can trust and who you can't by listening to your intuition. So don't ignore that little voice in your head telling you that's not a good idea. You need to go in that direction, and eliminate the things that aren't working. All right, what else do we need to know? That slow and steady wins the race. In all of these situations that you're facing, things will transform how they're supposed to, when they're supposed to, and you can't rush that. So it's an indication that you need to keep going, don't give up, and that your wealth and material success will be worth it, all the hard work. All right. Final card, Knight of Swords. Again, you need to gather your courage and your confidence. Somebody needs to go in bravely and speak their truth. They need to come forth with the courage in order to speak what they have to say. And I feel like you are really nervous about this offer. So the reason you're hesitating is because you're unsure of the outcome. So play the what if game. What if this person happens to say no? Is it the end of the world? Probably not. May it feel like that initially? Of course. But truthfully, the right people will align with you at the right time, and you can't rush that. So you're going to have some patience. All right, your final card, the Hierophant, and you also have the Two of Cups. So I do think that marriage is definitely indicated. We have engagement. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Hierophant. We have the Ace of Cups. Where is the Four of Wands was also in your reading. Where is it? Here we go. Hiding somewhere. There it is. Four of Wands and the Empress. I feel like you absolutely know who it is that you want to spend the rest of your life with. I feel like the only hesitation is that you aren't sure that they're going to accept your offer. So you need to have that conversation. You need to go in bravely. You need to have a plan of action. And I think that you will be surprised that you will be successful in this grand scheme of things, or this new union that you actually want to try. So that's what I have for your month of May. I hope it helps. We'll see you back here soon.